It is an Italian derby, and this could potentially have some real permutations for what happens in those final 2 slots of the league. It is AS Roma versus AC Milan.
You
Barry,
call it, Wes, the all-Italian affair, isn't it? I mean, it's great. It's great. Look, to see us out on the last matchup here between these 2 teams. There's still a lot to play for here. I mean, there's still a lot to play for. You've seen swings here, and Milan will be looking at this to say, right, you know, we are at the moment, we're 6th. We're going to try and get into. Corito looks like he's up first in this game, so that's a good choice, I think, to settle him into it. And I know that Milan will feel confident, I think, and so will Roma. I mean, Gagliardo is going to be playing for Roma in their first game. Irma's back as well, obviously, from you telling me, with match day 4, Irma wasn't here, so that's going to be something that they kind of get back into the swing of things. This is going to be a good game, I think, Wes, as well. It's
a big boost to have. When you have your captain back in your ranks, it is always a boost. It is Corito versus Gagliardo in the first game here. And again, looking at these 2 players, I think both of them could really use a win. Because looking at them, they have almost an identical type of, let's call it a mirror image of their form.
Yeah.
Match day 2, both draw. Match day 3, both loss. Match day 4, both loss. One of them needs a victory. They need something to just give themselves a bit of a boost here.
Yeah.
I really think so. And I think looking at how Roma are, having spoken to them kind of off of the game, and their main ethos is we can get 4 points a match day, we're all good.
Yeah.
The issue is that you are running out of those match days.
Yeah, I get you. But they just want to probably keep a lot of the teams, I think, now at the start, especially, look, you don't want to lose games. You want to be getting points somewhere, picking points up and keep chugging along. But now as you kind of get into these where you're penciling in, right, where can we get most of our points today? I think that's going to separate, the top of the table, as you said. It's kind of going to be split after today, depending on results with this game or this matchup. But I do think that, over the course of these 3 games, this is going to be a very, very interesting one for Italian fans as well as anybody that is a fan of these clubs or these players. Wes, there's goals in both of these teams. That's the thing. There's goals in both of these teams. I just think, will the shackles come off today of this AC Milan team, or will we see Roma have the shackles off?
Well, if you have a look at the players they now have at their disposal, we talk about the big time additions. We've got Rafael Leao, one of world football's most coveted. I can't even say youngsters anymore. He feels like he's established himself enough now.
Yeah, he's definitely been around.
But you've also got Paulo Dybala on the other side of the fence, and it's like we've seen already the capabilities that Roma have, especially Irma with that fantastic pirouette goal that took about 3 players out into next week before scoring. You can see that the levels that can have. That'd be interesting looking at game screens if and when we see them.
If we do see them,
as to whether they have actually functioned in. But you can
they like to keep a few things, to themselves, don't they? They like there's a few mind games going on here.
If they could reach across and turn each other's monitors off, I'm fairly sure they would.
Yeah. Or start pausing when you used to be playing. Your younger brother maybe start pause the screen when he'd be through on goal. But look, the thing about it is that when we see, it's like when I asked Mestre there about their decision not to use. We saw Bayern Munich not use Kingsley Coman as the big time, right? When you have a set team, it's a different kind of situation. I think that you might want to come in because it has a knock-on effect that you might need to change 1 or 2 pieces. It's not just a like for like with the collective strength,
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a big thing that a lot of people might not realise. But I do think with these 2 teams, they've probably been waiting for that little bit of a boost. Like that Marcus Rashford we saw with Manchester United. I mean, Kilzu did damage with Rashford. Yeah. So in these guys' hands, you've got
to think that they need that additional firepower because Milan, not since I think it's match day 1 where they took 9 points away from Inter. We still have every match day. We seem to come away with more questions than answers about their ability.
Yeah, you're right.
So, that seems to be the question mark that hangs over AC Milan. Of course, with Roma, they're basically just trying to stay above that high watermark, and I think in a strange kind of way, that break of the league, as it were, that has happened between the point swings will probably benefit Roma more so than they realise, because I think in terms of teams and games that are still left, they've still got to play some of the teams around them, and they've still got, for example, match day 6, not that we want to flash forward, they've got Inter.
Yeah.
So that in itself, it's like, okay, well, you've got one team that's right next to you, and you've got another team that's right next to you. As you said, when you're talking about penciling in teams, these are the types of teams where you need to start going and picking up points.
I'd agree, and you can see the main man is up front for Milan. That's going to be a big one, and he is in there with my man Origi as well, I think, and they've got Rebic up front as well. So I didn't get a look at Roma's team, wise I'm not 100% sure. They seem to have a fairly. They do have Dybala in. They do. I apologise to the viewers that probably caught it. We're trying to look here at the screens. They probably caught it before me.
They are so quick at moving these screens. These players.
They don't want to show us their secrets, man.
No,
that's
of
what
course
it is.
not.
So I'll use them at home. My dream team. You know,
why,
have an edge.
Why would you give your opponents any type of leeway? Is exactly the way that I would conduct myself if I was on such a stage. We have got Carito versus Gallardo. This again, in terms of aspirations for finishing in that top 6. This could be crucial.
I think so, and we're still doing the you can see here that they're moving around Leao up front, Wes. They want to get him, I think, isolated. That's what I would be doing if I had him, because these type of players that you have, you need to be able to use them. Manchester United did that. Monaco did that to a lesser degree, I think, with Ben Yedder. Rashford caused havoc. Can Dybala or can Leao do this up front now for these guys? Because they could be the difference makers here, especially in the hands of these guys.
Yeah, well, if you look at like I said, you look at the players that are there, in terms of the players of ability, you know, again, we talk at length about the players in control of them, but you look at Tammy Abraham as the point man. El Shaarawy's another massive one for Roma.
Yeah.
You've got Dybala, of course, goes without question. With AC Milan, they have kind of almost a selection box of who do you want to take. Do you want to go with Rebic? Do you want to go with Origi? Do you want to go with Leao? Do you want to go with Giroud? Do you want to go with Ibrahimovic?
Yeah, you've got a lot of options on the bench for target men.
They've got a lot of good players to work with. As we'll see, Abraham looked to set us off earlier. Tammy Abraham, can he get through on goal? Tonali will take it clear. His main man. To Calabria, Rafael Leao goes long, Smalling intercepts, Ibanez to Selic.
Nice little trickery there, but it's well dealt with from Gagliardo.
You would imagine these two sets of players will know each other very well.
Yeah.
In terms of scrimmages and whatnot, certainly know the pitfalls and the abilities of each of these players. Is Wijnaldum. Brahim Diaz will recover it in midfield. Rafael Leao steps away. Really quick turn of pace there. Rafael Leao still going in towards Benacer. Blocked away. It's Pellegrini to Abraham. Dybala lets it run through his legs. He's up against Calabria. Dybala, Pellegrini, Abraham. Back to Pellegrini. It's mesmeric at points here for Roma.
This is rapid pace so far, Wes, end to end.
They have been waiting all day to play, and you can imagine the pent-up aggression and energy that they will have. Will be
seeing everybody and seeing
here.
other results as well is kind of the anticipation builds when you know that there's points on the board there that you can actually take.
Well, they will no doubt know, in terms of what they saw from Manchester United and Inter earlier on, they will know that Inter have not really picked up points. They know that Monaco have, as the ball goes into the box, it's headed down. They know that Monaco have picked up 4 points. Yeah. So they know how important it is to get these points on the board.
Yeah, well, they can make a big jump up the table here.
They really could.
In terms of a psychological thing as well, to be
keepers come out hunting that down. Rui Patricio gets the punch. It's out towards Brahim Diaz.
It's a tidy little player, that Diaz.
He is indeed. Tomori goes for the ball in. Pellegrini. Yeah, that's a beautiful step there from Dybala. Dybala has got players with him. One of them's Abraham. He goes for the sling cross into the box, and Aynan will gather that up kindly.
That's what they're looking for. Both teams are looking to isolate their big-time players, which is to be expected.
Absolutely. Here's Rafael Leao. Patricio clears it away. Benacer. Towards Rafael Leao. Rebic, big save there from Rui Patricio.
It was a manual save, Wes, as well. I think it just flashed up there. Split-second decision.
You've got to keep your wits about you.
And Leao is causing all sorts of mayhem. It's just the presence of him as well, even if he's not on the end of the getting the shot.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is, because if I was playing up against it, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's somebody, but it's somebody that takes your attention away.
Yeah. You'd be kind of saying anyone but him is going to beat me. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball goes into the box. Pellegrini with a header clear. Benacer into the box, looking for Divock Origi. Tonali, back to Rebic. Ball cleared away. Here's Dybala. On towards Tammy Abraham. Back to Dybala. Pellegrini. Looking forward for a pass there. And Calabria will take it away though. Rafael to Benacer. Rafael. Ibanez blocks it away. Only as far as Sandro Tonali. Brahim Diaz some footwork and just didn't quite work out. It's El Shaarawy.
It's end to end. I think Milan are on the front foot though. I think Roma just need to kind of settle down. Apart from that little breakaway with Dybala at the start there about 10 minutes ago, it was something that you were going to be just paying attention to if you are AC Milan, with the Dybala importance that they're going to place on him. But Roma still haven't really settled into that. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, you can see that both teams are really wanting to get amongst it and get the early goal as Dybala looks to play it forward and Kaya takes it away. They are so dialed in. They want this first goal because it will set the tone for both these players. It really will. It's Pellegrini blocked off by Benacer, just to be
wanted that ball just a little bit too much there. But look, Roma won't be disappointed with the start in terms of keeping it tight. I just feel like that they need to string a little bit more. I mean, the passes have looked very crisp. They just haven't seemed to be able to pick up the space that you need.
Certainly not. El Shaarawy, Dybala looking for anybody in the box there. Instead, Calabria was, as we
said, on a man-marking mission, I think.
Very much got him on security guard duty there. Here's Dybala. Wijnaldum drills it into the box, looking for Abraham. Kaya with the clearance. Ball goes out to Rafael Leao.
Oh, beautiful.
Benacer. Towards Brahim Diaz. Looks down the line here for Divock Origi. Origi wins it back. Benacer. Rafael Leao takes a step away from Selic. Rafael Leao. Oh! It's off the bar. Ball's still there. Origi! AC Milan have the lead.
My man is coming back to haunt me, this guy, right? Ever since I mixed up his name with Lukaku, he's coming back. First Lukaku and now this guy Origi, absolute, just in the right place at the right time. Look, the first chance there was that hits the crossbar. I think it hit the crossbar, then the post, wasn't it?
We'll see it on the replay.
The golden is what you want there.
We'll watch it again here. Rafael did so well to drive in there. Off the bar, off the post, back out. Defender could not get the clean shot or the clean clearance away. Origi scrambled onto it, got it off of the defender. We'll watch it here for the super slow-mo. I'll say super slow-mo, what am I talking about? The ball off the bar, off the post, back out.
Just gets caught in possession.
Gets caught in possession. Origi through the legs of the defender. And Carito has himself a goal.
Gagliardo would be a little bit frustrated with that in terms of it's just the right place at the right time for Origi. So it's going to be interesting to see if he hits him on the break straight away.
There's El Shaarawy on towards Tammy Abraham. Abraham with the stunning strike, and it goes into the legs of the defender. It's cleared away. Abraham wins it back, finds Wijnaldum, finds Tammy Abraham, back towards Wijnaldum. Here's Dybala, dinks it in towards Abraham, and it's cleared into the goalkeeper's hands.
Just a bad flight of the ball in, wasn't it? There wasn't much he could have done. I mean, I've been very impressed with Gagliardo's passing ways. It's super crisp and fast.
It is.
It's very hard to even, it's like I'm watching, it's just going forward and back and forward and back.
It's like watching a game of pinball. It really is, watching him go forward. What a ball there. It's a brilliant ball finding El Shaarawy. Can't find the recovery opportunity there though. Spinazzola launches it forward, looking for Dybala.
Dybala's been quiet ever since that first chance he had.
Yes, indeed.
That first chance he created.
It's been a tale of two big-time players. There's El Shaarawy. Shaarawy's still there. Pellegrini, El Shaarawy, Abraham in towards Dybala, stunning strike. Oh, it's parried wide.
The corner. He's just taking him into the half straight away.
Not enough time for the corner. And AC Milan
That's the danger that these big time players have, though, and it's like Dybala there, just in a flash. We saw it up the other end to get that goal. I know he didn't score, Leao, but he was the creator of that with the interception or the rebound, so to speak. And Dybala there as well. It could have been a goal. But look, there's still a lot to play in this, Wes.
There is still a lot of time. There's Pellegrini.
It's been an entertaining half for the all-Italian affair here.
Certainly has indeed, and there's another half to go yet, and there's another 2 games to go yet. If we get anything like this, then this will certainly be one for the record books. Benacer looking forward. Smalling heads it back towards the goalkeeper. What a game that we've got here.
It's super entertaining because you can see as well that the lads, like the focus that these both players have. Rebic, it's just outside, it's just curling out the whole time, but it's a half chance, I suppose. Kept him on the wrong foot, Wes. But those 2 boys up front have been causing mayhem, and Origi putting him there as well. They're playing a 3-man up front, kind of a I would say counter target maybe, that Leao doesn't seem to be getting back in defence. He seems to be staying up, so I do assume he has that locked in the tactics. Maybe we didn't really see that on the screen, but I would say that is what has happened there.
Well, the telltale giveaway, of course, as well, as you will no doubt know, and as the guys at home will know, if you're seeing somebody with a counter target, they normally conserve their stamina. So if you'll see that Rafa Leao's stamina is higher than what everybody else's is at the time, you'll know why.
Yeah, that's it.
As you can see, bottom right-hand side of your screen, more than half left, and he's still not there. Here's Rebic, takes a neat touch, takes it away from the defender. It's towards Brilliant save from Patricio. Benacer! It's another save from Patricio.
Well, if there's a man of the match, it's going to Patricio so far anyway.
Cicinho is looking on in disbelief. I don't think even he's sure how that happened. Brilliant save again. Yeah, Kirito, you can just see right-hand side of your screen there, Cicinho did not know what had happened.
Well, look, sometimes you just pull off those wonder saves and you just have to create more. That's all you have to do.
That's it. That's all you can do. And Brahim Diaz stood over the set piece.
A few tactics going on here with their teammates.
Bit of gamesmanship. It's going to look to Fikayo Tomori, but it's cleared away by Ibanez. Here is Dybala. Calabria. Cleared away. Tonali. Wijnaldum intercepts it. Finds El Shaarawy. Roma have to find something magical here. Here's Abraham to El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy looking in towards Tammy Abraham, back towards El Shaarawy, looking for that crossing opportunity. Pellegrini with a stooping header. Abraham, El Shaarawy, back to Abraham. Wijnaldum, it's cleared away by Sandro Tonali.
Yeah, he's been a rock today for Milan so far.
What was it we were saying again about DMF?
I think everyone's going to be getting sick of us talking about it.
It's absolutely spot on, though.
Anchorman DMF is a vital role.
It is indeed. Benacer over the box, looking for Leao, looking to head it down. Ibanez scrambles it clear. Goalkeeper would have got to that, but have instead gone the other way. Here's Dybala. Leao, Rebic. Ibanez intercepts it. You can see that Gameline in full effect with both of these players. If you're looking at the cameras on your screen.
The concentration levels are through the roof. A little bit of frustration creeping into from Gagliardo there now. I think just with the...
He might find a source of joy here. Pellegrini. There's Benacer who intercepts it, and Rafa Leao will lead off this 4-man AC Milan charge, but it's given back to Roma.
Tonali again,
but El Shaarawy has found Tammy Abraham. Abraham onside. Oh, it's a big save.
It's a big save, yeah.
He went stunning strike early.
I think getting that again, I think he should have crossed the goals with it, but it's easy to say that sitting here when you've got a fraction of a second to think. It just falls to him. I don't think he probably realised it was going to fall that much.
I don't even think
Wes.
I don't even think Dybala's available at that back post, so you can kind of count yourself a little bit lucky there.
Yeah. See a few tactical changes now here. And you can see that Leao does have his stamina still up, so he does have counter target on. So he's going to change a few things here and see. And that 2-man pivot in the midfield, Wes, has been it's a bit of a change, because obviously we usually have the AMF in the middle, you know, central. So it's a bit of a change there that Tonali is doing. Tonali is doing serious work in that little anchorman role. And I do like the fact that Carito knows this team inside out, Wes. He knows exactly what to do with these players, with this formation, with these tactics. And we're seeing it on full effect here now as well. I think he's frustrating Roma here.
Ball into the box. Matic with the header. Abraham with the acrobatic attempt. Spinazzola heads it, but he's straight into the path of Benacer. Here's Origi. Smalling will clear his lines there, looking for Abraham's header, and Tonali will intercept it. Finds Rebic. Dybala intercepts it. Finds El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy back to Abraham. Abraham looking across the way, and Kalulu comes away with it. And AC Milan, for all it's been worth, have been very, very rigid and rugged defensively.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, we've probably put all the attention on Leao and the big-time card, but defensively, they're super solid ways as well. They're very versatile at the back.
Got the likes of Kaya and Tomori to call on. They're not bad players to have. Here's Rebic looking forward, and Nemanja Matic has run straight into trouble there. Finds Benacer. Benacer going for a little bit of style there. A little bit.
Bit late in the game to be doing that sort of stuff. Maybe he's tired.
He might have just had a rush of blood to the head. El Shaarawy finds Abraham. He finds Pellegrini. Pellegrini looking across the box, looking for Dybala.
Oh my days, Wes.
What a ball into the back post. It's Paulo Dybala.
It's him again, and this guy, this time we've seen, right? We've had the impact of Dybala. Now, after having the impact of Leao in the first half, except Dybala actually scores this one. A little bit of 6s and 7s at the back, right? From
Brilliant
this attack.
Ball, though. Watch this for the floated
flight.
Absolute perfection into the back post. Dybala fires it home on his weak foot. We don't really see right-footed strikes from Paulo Dybala. That's a wonderful ball from Gagliardo.
Yeah, it's brilliant technique. He just catches it on the half volley.
And that's how you catch a half volley.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And look what it means to Gagliardo.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Does the celebration.
He knows.
Well, he knows that's a huge goal because, like, I would say that Carito was in a good position there, that he was kind of controlling the gameplay, but it's just a beautifully flighted pat of the ball in, a beautiful ball in, and look, are they going to share the spoils here?
Well, if you're thinking about effects, it doesn't necessarily affect the standings as it is right now.
Yeah.
However, it does close the gap to AS Monaco. Now, you don't really want to... I mean, looking at it here, if it stays as it is, Milan are 2 points to Monaco, Roma are 2 points to Milan. So the reality then becomes is that, are we looking at potentially Monaco could be looking to try and shoot this thing out at this level?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're going to be dragged into that battle then, aren't they?
Yeah, quite.
So that's going to be all to play for as well.
This game's not over. Gagliardo only takes second of the season. There's Rebic, though, lost one over the top, looking for Origi. Good save again from Patricio.
Patricio's been unbelievable today.
As you said, if Roma are looking for a man of the match, they're certainly looking at Rui Patricio right now.
Yeah, he's been the man for them today, and they've needed every one of those saves.
They have indeed, as Leao tries to drill one into the box, and Origi, his header goes straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
I think it's been a fairly even game, though. You know, the skill levels, everything has been fairly even. Whether or not we can get a winner is another thing.
It's not long left here. Rebic into the back post, looking for Origi. Oh, another big save again from Rui Patricio.
Oh, well, I tell you, his teammates are going to have to give him a clap in the back because he's been saving them today. It's just his position is outstanding today for a goalkeeper there.
He's been fantastic, but there is still a chance here. 2 in-game minutes left. Here's Kalulu to Krunic, up towards Origi. Atli. Madi Kamara takes it away. Rafael Leao. And there is the final whistle. 1 apiece in the opener between Carito and Gagliardo. And you'd say on the balance of things...
Yeah, I think a fair result, I would say. I think Gagliardo looks a little frustrated, I think, because he probably felt he could have got more out of that. But look, I think both of those players were very evenly matched. And you saw the 2 big-time players, Wes, come to the fruition again. It's something that we've talked about. A bit of a sloppy goal there, but it was more the work done before that. And Dybala just in the right place at the right time as well. But look, Origi with a nice little finish there. I won't forget your name again, Origi. So you don't need to remind me anymore. But
you're gonna get a video message from Divock Origi going, my name is Divock Origi.
Probably. Nice to meet you. But no, look, Gagliardo will probably feel that if he had a couple of those chances back. But then I think when he goes back and looks at this game, amount of chances that Carito created and the saves that Patricio made was incredible. Look at that save there that we're seeing on the screen.
It was a double save. It was double save after double save. And again, it came down to this. This is a beautifully floated ball into the back post. Brilliant finish from Dybala.
Yeah, Maignan side goals was like thumping the ground in frustration. But it's just sometimes when you get the ball into those dangerous areas, they're very hard to deal with, Wes, aren't they? Because you don't know what to do with them. So Dybala's just in the right place at the right time. And take nothing away from that finish. That could have actually gone anywhere, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was just the technique to get that in. I mean, looking at who we've got on the stage now, I'm just straining my eyes after, as we said, a very action-packed day. And I'm just seeing there, we've got Cecinho versus Stifler in game 2, which will be very, again, interesting. Again, you look at Cecinho's performances. Again, coming off a three-loss streak. Stifler himself coming off of a 3-loss streak as well. Also had to pull double duty on Matchday 4, so he had a double game to play. Not that we're factoring that into his loss streak, but for him personally, he'll be looking to try and just get himself on the board here. Because he can, these guys, as we said, both of these individuals, they can score goals. It's not like they're it's beyond them that they can score.
Yeah.
It's just,
I agree with you.
It's just getting the chances to be able to get in there.
It's just creating the chances. And sometimes when you've set a team up to perform in a certain way, you are dependent on those players, to make that run left instead of right, or right instead of left, and stuff like that. So they kind of try and factor in everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, these guys, there's such a fine margin between these guys. Like, they practice so much, they play so much. Their technique, everything. Their tactics are always spot on. They give us nothing away here in the selection when they're doing the teams, right? They give us nothing away.
They give it nothing. They'll go, the traditional thing is normally you would put you click on the opponent information and then show them their own tactic.
Yeah, exactly, But obviously with this, there is a bit of there's a bit of tactics in it. There's a bit of mastermindery before the tactics, if that's even a word, mastermindery. But there is, masterminding those tactics, those formations, and those switches to get them. We've seen that throughout today. But Cecinho and Stifler, both of these guys can score. Both of these guys are confident players. And I think we're going to have another cracker on our hands here. Straight into the pause menu. We're going to have a little change of settings here, Wes. Just checking everything that's all right and checking everything that these guys like to even it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's just trying to find out whether you'll see
Stifler is not using
times.
the big time Dybala. I think he's using the player of the week one.
It's interesting. It's interesting. There, I think Rafael Leao is still being utilised, or is being utilised by Cecinho.
Yeah, we seem to be a flat tree kind of up front. So let's see how it shapes up.
It's a bold strategy, Barry. Let's see whether that pays off. Ketelere, Rebic, Di Ketelere. Rebic again. Cannoned into his own player who was offside.
Cecinho would want those starts. Like, he wants to be, I would say, a little bit more aggressive at the start. Because Stifler will feel confident as the game goes on. I think he'll feel more and more confident.
You feel like the long game is better there for Roma than it is trying to go toe-to-toe with AC right now. So we'll see Benacer and ball is cleared away. Here's Tammy Abraham looking to retrieve the ball. Tomori. Matic will intercept it. Finds Gini Wijnaldum. Tonali intercepts it. Wijnaldum wins it back. Finds El Shaarawy. Rafael Leao
here.
Rebic looking for Leao again. Di Ketelere towards Rafael Leao. Good save for the goalkeeper. Rebic, will he get the rebound? It's side netting.
He's at it again, Wes. He's at it again, Leao. He's causing issues, but that man is at it again as well. Patricio is
at it with those saves. He's long-limbed, the man from Portugal.
He looks like an octopus in goals at the moment with all the movements he's doing. He seems to have 2 sets of hands.
If only they give them a big-time Rue Patricio.
There's still time.
There's still time. There is still time.
After today, he could get one.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Well, Spinazzola looking to stand over this free kick. Stifler looking to deliver that ball forward. El Shaarawy. It's headed down. It's Wijnaldum. He clips one into the back post looking for Dybala. Sometimes you can be a little bit too aggressive going ball hunting. You've got to be careful. Smalling wins it back. Rui Patricio.
He wants to come outfield a bit now. He's feeling so confident, Patricio.
Just a bit. Just a bit. It's Rebic forward towards Divock Origi. Origi to Rebic. Matic intercepts it, finds Wijnaldum. El Shaarawy stops the ball dead and then looks to move it on forward. Calabria intercepts it. Back it goes.
They're both trying to isolate the wings, I think, a little bit more than the last game, Wes, but
Certainly are. Dybala with a double touch in field. Finds it in towards Junior Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum stops himself, tries to get the ball into the box. Corner ball.
good play. Look, they're still feeling each other out. The first 20 minutes are always kind of cagey, and I think anybody is going to understand that, but corner kicks have been vital today, so let's see how this one goes.
Ball into the box, looking for Abraham's header. Cleared away. Mancini back into the box, looking for El Shaarawy again, but ball is cleared away once more. Rafael Leao. Good footwork from Rafael Leao.
Oh, beautiful.
Give and go with Origi. Double touch. De Ketelaere. Origi. It's cleared away again by Ibanez.
It's just good defending, really, isn't it? Setting his defensive line, even when he was out of shape.
Absolutely.
Just got back in the nick of time. Leao is causing mayhem.
There's Benacer in towards the back post. Patricio's there again. Patricio forward, looking towards Dybala. Ball's going through the gears here. Brilliant football from AC Milan. Benacer and Cecinho looking to work his way infield and looking to just make inroads and put this Stifler defensive line under pressure, but instead the ball is cleared away again by Stifler. And he's won the ball back high up the field. El Shaarawy to Pellegrini. Soft pass there, and Kalulu takes that one away. Benacer, Rebic.
Cecinho's just that one pass away, I think, from carving open.
It really seems it. Really seems it. But I think both teams are seconds from disaster. They really are at this point in time. They're leaving so many pockets to open up and play in that it's just a case of who capitalised on the space. Is Abraham looking for Dybala?
Yeah, Milan are looking like the more aggressive of the teams, but Roma will be happy, as we said at the very, very start of kickoff there. The longer this game drags out, they'll still be in with a shot of getting a goal. So
absolutely,
don't discount that.
Absolutely. Benacer, Rafael Leao, De Ketelaere in towards Origi. Rebic looking for Origi, back towards Ante Rebic. Good block from Smalling. Has to be made.
Listen, he just said to Patricio, have a break there, you're saving enough. And Smalling goes back on the line and diving header saves that, I think it was, Wes.
Yeah, he's like, I've got this covered. It's fine. Don't rest your hands for a minute. Like, you've done enough already.
That was an incredible goal line save there. Cecinho's probably wondering, what do I need to do to score here? He has been the aggressor in the first game here, or in the second game, I should say, in the first half of game 2. Tomori's up for this, just trying to maybe get a knock on, but Smalling, you can see now that Smalling is aware of that.
Patricio's come flying out of his goal there, and Tomori, if he'd have got the clean flick on, could have been big trouble there for Roma. Instead, the team now is able to reset. Here's Tonali. De Ketelaere goes for a long ranger. We've seen that before from Cecinho.
Yeah, just a bit too much power, that's all, but maybe keep Stifler honest there with whether he needs to push out a bit more aggressively there, because he was happy to let him just have that shot, and it was the right decision, but it could have gone in top corner just as easily.
Ball out wide to Rebic again. Ball into the back post. Look for Origi! It's that man again!
It is him. He's making his name known. He's putting his name in the big lights, and he's polishing the boot of the assist.
That is a wonderful
ball in, a wonderful goal, and I think he deserved it, Cecinho. I mean,
It's been great work from him.
Yeah,
really
he's
has.
been so patient knocking on the door. I've said it before and I'll probably say it again, but he's been knocking on that door. He just recycles the ball. There's the killer pass.
Yeah,
Gets it from out wide.
Wonderful ball into the back post. Origi's, to be fair, that defender, I think it was Ibanez, is just caught flat-footed.
Yeah, he is.
Can't get his body shape correct to jump, and instead it's Divock Origi's to win in the air.
Oh, it's inches, isn't it?
It's as easy as a tap in as you'd need.
Well, we saw a similar goal that he conceded, Carrito conceded in the first game. That back post, kind of when the ball is in that flight, it's very hard to deal with it as a defender. And you've seen the same outcome here. And Milan now will take that break and just reassess if they get to half-time, that is. To just reassess and calm themselves down a little bit, Wes, because they have looked very, very, very strong.
They certainly have. And again, it's AC Milan's here. And again, if you're talking about permutations of goals, each goal at this point in time is vital, because looking at how that affects it now, with that goal, AC Milan now leapfrog Monaco.
Up to fifth, Wes.
Exactly, but hold that thought as Pellegrini goes into the back post. Brilliant block there by Kaya.
Again, it's a similar chance, isn't it? We saw in the very first matchup between Monaco and Barca, we saw kind of a similar tactic of switches. In this game, it seems to be that back post that they're looking for the whole time. So it's interesting to see the different play styles of the players as well.
Absolutely.
Stifler has to go, you know, he has to kind of go for this a little bit more aggressively now, I think.
He's going to have to break the shackles a little bit off of his own gameplay here. Gets Alare. Matic intercepts it, finds Wijnaldum. El Shaarawy. Tries to shift it onto his right foot, and instead he's giving the ball away.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Gets Alare. It's a 3-on-3 here. If Rafael can get in and on goal, instead Spinazzola.
Oh my days.
Will run it all the way out for a corner.
They'll take that though, rather than having Leao straight in on goal.
Absolutely, they will. It just provides AC Milan with another opportunity to put it into the box here. Ball goes in. Patricio with the punch clear. Dybala heads it clear. Tonali, Calabria. Spinazzola intercepts it. Launched, the ball clear. Goes all the way back to...
That's very calm defending.
Sometimes in the heat of battle, Barry, sometimes you need that calmness, that presence of mind.
Just to kind of reset yourself, reset the team, get them up the pitch.
Yeah, just give yourself a minute just to get yourself back into defense mode or into attack mode. Sometimes you just need that. It goes wide to Kalulu, towards Benacer. It's won back though by Roma. Here's Paulo Dybala. Dybala looking for a brilliant ball across the box. It would have been, but instead it is AC Milan back on the charge here. Benacer looking for layout. Back heels it to Benacer. Benacer. De Catalan. It's gone out.
Too much power on that. But still, nice break. Again, a nice break. And the thing I'm looking at Cecchino here, he's taking that extra pass, but he's also taking that extra dribble or two, which sometimes you quicken it up a little bit too much. You don't let the play develop. He's letting everything kind of develop and then assessing what's open for him, and it's kind of working.
He's certainly, but the ball's going to be moved sweetly there by Roma, but just ran out of real estate. El Shaarawy looked to latch onto that, and instead,
Mikeman was aware of that. He was out of the traps early.
Certainly was. Here's Rebic looking backwards, and Wijnaldum wins it. Up towards Abraham. Abraham gets it under his spell, but can't send it to Dybala. Rafael, Tonali, Kalulu. Tonali with the driven pass. Just in transition, it helps so much to move up the field, but Roma intercept it. There's not long left here. I don't think that's going to get it done. From a Roma perspective, they're going to need to do a little bit more than that. Here's Abraham.
It's very muddled in the middle of the field, isn't it? And I think that Stifler's going to have to try something different.
Certainly is.
Cecchino will be happy with this pattern of play where he's just going forward and back and forward and back. If
the ball doesn't go out, if the ball doesn't go out of play, the clock will just keep ticking. So the more it's in the air, the easier it is for Cecinho to just take this game away from Stifler. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, is that the longer it stays in this type of method or this type of game, the better it is for Cecinho. Ball goes forward and Tonali intercepts it again, just breaks everything up in that midfield position. And the ball goes through to Origi. He's onside here. It's Divock Origi. He's turned in field. Plays it out to Rafael Leao. Smalling's been taken out of position in the middle here. De Catalare, and that's a penalty given. It's a penalty for AC Milan.
It's the right call, I think, as well. He just wrong-footed the defender there, and the defender was crossing over. It's more unfortunate. I think it's Matic, is it? I think it was Matic that gave away. And now we've got Leao in front of this. You could see the possession stat there that just flashed up. 68% possession from Cecinho, which it kind of does tell the tale, doesn't it? That he's just been so comfortable in possession, throwing the ball around and in complete control when he has possession of the ball. So
absolutely.
Stifler's going to have to go for it now.
And that's it. Possession is paramount in these types of pressure situations where, as we said, for these two teams especially, it is for every other team that's here. For these two teams especially, points are everything at this point in time.
Well, the thing is Patricio going to be another heroic save, pull off another heroic save here, Wes? He has been the hero all day for Roma, but this might be even a bit too much for him to stop.
Well, we'll have to find out the answer to that, and whether it'll be a case that Cecinho will extend his lead, or will
see the tactics
be
here
denied.
And he's still trying to isolate Leao, because even if he doesn't score here, he probably will get another chance. And Stifler could still get a chance or two, as there's still a bit of time left. It just takes a couple of minutes.
Want to be careful about the team strength, about being 24-30.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 12.
Well, let's see.
But Rafael, well, we'll see who he is. It's going to be Krunic up against Patricio.
He's not taking it with Leao.
Let's have a look and see.
He's pointing the keeper.
Let's mind look, find out. Krunic goes down the middle. Gamesmanship aplenty there.
That's a big swing.
And you'll also hear the animation and probably see the animation from Roma's contingent there, who know that the possibility there to get a goal is possible.
Oh, beautiful.
Volpato, Darbo. Volpato looking for Dybala. Smalling wins the header, but it's into traffic again. Origi just trying anything to keep the ball forward. AC Milan. El Shaarawy, though, looking to break free here for Roma. And Shaarawy pulls back.
And it's anywhere will do now. Anywhere at all you can get the ball out of your half is good enough.
Absolutely, indeed.
From an AC Milan perspective.
Ibanez, Darbo, Dybala, Volpato, Abraham. Abraham looks for the strike. It's ricocheted up into the air, and Franco will get it clear. Is Rafael Leao. Oh, you can see what was meant to be done, but it's put him into trouble.
He was trying to touch and go, but he didn't peel away quick enough and nearly got intercepted. This is his last chance, you would say, Wes, depending on injury time, which we might have a few minutes.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
1 minute on the clock, so there's not long left, and I don't think there'll be another chance here.
Leao was still chasing every single thing.
And in a very tightly contested game, Cecinho takes it 1-0.
He wasn't meant to rue that chance. I think if they got if Stifler had scored an equalising goal there, Cecinho would have had a bit of pressure on why he didn't pick a side and just go. But look, penalties are a bit of a lottery, Wes, anyway, aren't they?
They are.
I mean,
they certainly are.
A bit of mind games and a bit of a lottery.
And I think looking at the balance of that game, it was all AC Milan.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I'd be interested to see the possession stats there, Wes, because I'd say that Cecinho looked probably one of the most comfortable players today with the ball at his feet.
You see there, like chances like that, for example, where it was Smalling blocks it and takes it away from him. You know, you can see that Stifler knew he was in a battle, but it's this ball, beautiful ball in. Origi just towering. The minute he gets that leap, it's the old, it's the old Michael Jordan. You can't let him take off, because the minute he takes off, you're in danger.
Yeah,
that's it. It's too late. Once he's in the air, you are up against it, and
that's a very, I would say, that's a very, very mature performance from Cecchino, I think.
It was professional.
Yeah,
he knew what he needed to do.
Very
got
mature.
The ball, got the goal that he needed, and rode his luck where he needed to.
And I think now, even if we are looking at the table, Wes, that puts a little bit of a space between them. Even, with the next game, we've got AS Roma at 12 points there. Milan now sitting on 17, as far as I can see.
Yeah. So even if the result goes against them, Milan know that they're over the top of Monaco, and they know that Roma can't catch them. So even if Roma do pull off a victory here, whereas as by my powers of deduction and my powers of figuring out who's not played yet, it's going to be Naples versus Roma. Even if Roma win, the only thing that it really does, actually, from a perspective, is it pulls away from Inter, and then it really bunches up that, as we said, that second group of teams. So, as a neutral, you're probably pulling for a Roma victory. If you're Roma, you're probably pulling for a Roma victory. And if you're AC Milan, you're probably pulling for an AC Milan victory at this point.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, I think that's a big result there. That was a huge result there. It was he controlled the game, took the chance when he got it. Yeah, I was a bit lucky with the chance, but you need luck at this level as well. It's not just all about what you do with the pad. You need a little bit of luck and things to go your way sometimes. And Cecchino was definitely worth the victory there. But this is going to be an interesting one between Naples and Arma, because Arma, I mean, he's got a big reputation as being a very, look, he's a flair player, Wes, really. I mean, he's a class act. And I do think that this could be a case where, do we see, what they were missing in Matchday 4 now again? A reminder that we've seen Arma here, who is able to do anything with the controller, and they did miss him in Matchday 4.
Yeah, absolutely. But you take your captain away from any team, it's going to affect it. Looking on the other side of the fence, of course, Naples, again, former European champion winner in terms of with Euro 2020.
Yeah.
Knows his way around the console, knows his way around the controller. Will need to put a big performance in here, because again, if they do, if AC Milan win here, puts them up to 20 points. It puts a lot of real estate between them and the danger of being in that bottom 2 position. So again, there's a lot to be played for.
They've got a tough match day 6, haven't they? I think they're playing Bayern.
They've got Bayern on match day 6. So
that's going to be, these points here, these 3 points could be huge going into against Bayern.
You talk about moments in tournaments and moments in competitions. This is one of them. As we'll see them start off from left to right, AC Milan. From right to left, it's AS Roma. It's Rebic to Bakayoko. Macic intercepts it. Dybala. Tamori wins it back. Finds Benacer. Origi. Rebic looking for Origi again, but it's Rui Patricio's ball has to be taken away here. Calabria forward. Pellegrini. El Shaarawy. Pellegrini. Matic. Wijnaldum. Dybala. Abraham. Matic. Good save for the keeper. It's not over yet for danger. Dybala. Double touch from him. It's run all the way to the pass. Oh, it's horrendous.
Wes.
Power bars were there. There's nothing more. There's nothing more that AC Milan could do there.
It's just a collision of players. It's just running it into the box, and it just can't be cleared in time.
Animation and all sorts contribute to that type of goal.
Look, it's a lovely build-up in terms of the original chance.
But that
was amazing. But that is
a comedy of errors.
Yeah, and it's an unfortunate goal.
Sadly, nothing Naples could have done to stop that from happening.
No, I think so. I mean, that double touch there was beautiful, bit of trickery. He kind of fake shot it in, and he's just trying to clear it, and both players don't want to take it.
You see Stifler's reaction, even he knows, and I think he's probably trying to cover a wry smile there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think even he knows that.
Look, these things happen. I mean, we've only seen one of those goals like that today, so they do happen.
And some would argue that you have to put the ball in that place for that to happen.
Yeah,
so
the double touch was a lovely bit of skill as well.
Absolutely, it was. I don't think I'll be winning goal of the day anytime soon. Here's Matic, clears it away.
Look, it's early. It's early. That, Naples won't panic. He's not going to panic just yet. He's got time, and he can get back into this straight away. If he just keeps calm, keeps patient. There's a lot to play yet, Wes. There's a lot of game left here.
There's a lot of time. There's a lot of real estate. There is a lot of everything to play with here. Raffaello to Benasset. Back to Raffaello. Into the box looking for Rebic. Cleared away by Smalling. Only as far as Bakayoko. Ball is cleared away there by Mancini. Only as far as Tonali, though. It's a bad giveaway. Ante Rebic. Controls for a big save from Rui Patricio. What a save.
Patricio's up to his old tricks again.
It was a manual save of epic proportions.
I mean, this just seems like a dream team between Patricio and the Roma boys here. I mean, they've just have full control of Patricio in those areas, like, and he looks so hard to beat, Wes, from those positions.
He is. Seemingly so. As the ball goes into the box, headers on! And that is your first curse of the commentator
Just as
today.
I said, the curse of the commentator, and it is Tomori.
Fikayo Tomori with the header.
And we haven't seen a direct header or a direct ball go in like that from corners. It's all been kind of tactical, kind of knock-ons and stuff like that. But look, maybe some will feel that, you know, now we've got the tie in our hands. Look, we had the early goal, which was kind of a bit of a messy one, and that's been kind of a bit of a lottery one. Not much that Roma could have done there to set. They didn't fall for the trap of using a knock-on. Tonali fizzed it in. Game on, Wes, game on.
Absolutely, game on indeed. Brilliant header from Fikayo Tomori. And Naples will be delighted
says,
with
yeah,
that.
well, what can I do? And, you know, it's a corner, so you have to...
It's a fizzed-in corner, though.
Yeah, it was a bullet of a shot or a ball in. It's a 7 to the competition, Wes.
Indeed it is. Naples just, again, as we said about AC Milan, that it's more questions and answers again. I hate to say it about them because, again, they you know, as much as you try and take on speaking to these players and getting to know them and things of that nature, that's one thing. But you can only judge them based on their results.
Yeah.
And as much as we can hear, oh, we like to play in this fast pace, and you know, we like to keep the ball and we like to do all these things. Reality of it is that actually the results haven't really been there for the last couple of match days. Have just not been there. And even today, you know, you're looking at it here. I mean, it would be a 7-point haul, which would probably be one of their best results in quite a few weeks. Ball goes forward to El Shaarawy, though. Roma will not be done yet.
Defending again. It's just to stay in the game. That's the big thing, and not let the head drop. None of these guys really do that anyway. It's just, it can be hard sometimes when you do concede like that. You know, both players, like when you concede like that, it can be hard to pick yourself back up again. Even if it might not show it, it can be a bit frustrating.
It's the mentality of staying in the game. That's the reality of it. As the ball goes in, looking for Dybala, and it's Spinazzola. Ball goes out for a Roma throw.
They're even doing the tactics now on the
throws. Yeah, genuinely
trying to get any inch.
It's marginal gains is what it is that I'll be looking at here. As Pellegrini looks to deliver the ball in. He's giving the ball away to Divock Origi, Sandro Tonali, Rafael Leao, Benasset, Origi wins it back. Here's Sandro Tonali, of all people. Tonali in on goal. Pulls it back, Origi! Oh, it's the post!
Cracks off the post.
You could tell there was not the trust there with Naples for Sandro Tonali.
Yeah, with Tonali probably found himself in no man's land, didn't he? But he did well to recycle the ball and get a good chance.
He did indeed. He did very well to recycle it. Ball is not gone yet, though. Tonali looking forward, and Pellegrini will intercept. Finds El Shaarawy. Wijnaldum looking to pounce it. Calabria intercepts it and will clear that ball away. It's gone all the way forward. It's gone all the way through to Mancini, and Rui Patricio nearly caught in possession there. Here's Bakayoko to Benasset. But beautiful ball over Rafael Leao with the back heel. Smalling will run it out for a corner.
I don't know what Roma are doing at the back. They look absolutely shell-shocked there since the goal went in, I think, Wes.
They're looking
just
like
no one seems to be taking control of the ball.
You're going to have to lacking here. Ball into the box, and Patricio will gather it this time. Patricio forward. Abraham with the flick on. Dybala. Tomori intercepts it. Finds Origi. Finds Rebic. Layout. Tonali. Back towards Rafael Leao. Spinazzola intercepts it. Abraham looking for the flick on as El Shaarawy on his left. He's found him with the header. It's El Shaarawy trying to dink it into the back post, looking for Dybala. And instead, it's coming back the other way again from AC Milan. Here is Origi. Origi to Benacer. Benacer gets away with one there, finds Tonali, and Smalling will clear. 2 minutes left of stoppage time. Is Abraham. El Shaarawy. Abraham. Looking back towards Dybala. Will he win the header? He won't, up against Calabria. Tonali across. Rebic. Forward towards Origi. Origi gets there ahead of Smalling. Divock Origi. Benacer. Tonali. And there it goes for half time.
That seems to be the path forward, though, is that extra pass that Naples is looking for there. So it is going to be interesting to see if Irma is going to switch things up a little, because I think he's conceding a lot of possession in those dangerous areas, and I think he's looking to catch him on the counter, and that could come back to haunt him if Milan go 2-1 up. And it's an interesting team selection as well from Roma, because they have player of the week, Dybala, in there, just as always. But obviously Leao, you're not going to not play Leao as the big time, because he's probably one of the best that they've released of that card. So
absolutely, I think certainly in terms of power players to have at your disposal, that is one of them.
Bit of rough stuff there, mixing it up, and the players are starting to feel the pressure of the real players here, I think, because it is ratcheting up a little bit, Wes, in this second half.
Certainly is. They know what's at stake. That's the unquantifiable thing that you have to look at here is Dybala. It's that pressure that you know of what is at stake for both of these two teams. For one, it's to extend their lead away from Monaco. The other one is to catch up to Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco will be like in a spot of bother as well with these results, in terms of they'll probably don't want to get into a dogfight there as well of getting those top six.
If you look there, as you'll see, just a glance over, if you have only just joined us, first of all, where have you been? Second of all, there is all the results on the left-hand side that you'll see on your screen. Is Divock Origi. Origi looking into back post, looking for Leao. Pellegrini will intercept Tonali. Bakayoko. Rafael Leao again. Rebic on towards Tonali. Tonali looking to dink it in for Benacer, but
Roma's getting a little, just wants probably to sit on more of the ball, I'd say, Wes. That's probably what he's thinking. He's thinking, look, I need to get on the ball a little bit more. But here we go, he's off.
Just offside from El Shaarawy.
I think Milan, what a lot of people might not realise is Milan have one of the best cores of the teams, especially at this collective strength where the players are all kind of balanced the way the teams, or the teams are balanced the way the players actually want them to be, and trained up exactly how they want them to be.
Well, certainly, like we said, with the likes of, that if you were to call it almost the defensive triangle, they have Kaya, they have Tomori, and they have Tonali.
Yeah.
Not to mention then they've got Benacer that will back them up. It's a very strong unit. But it can be got at, as we have seen from multiple different match days already. That unit can be got at. Spinazzola goes long, finds Stefan El Shaarawy. Neat take from the Italian. Abraham to El Shaarawy, double touches. Kalulu brings him down, nothing given by the referee.
It looked mostly all ball.
Looked mostly all ball. I think if you're a Roma fan, I think they'll be saying something slightly different at that point.
Oh, that was
an
important interception there.
Ball is cleared away. Nemanja Matic. It's 25 in-game minutes left of match day 5 of the eFootball Championship Pro. And it is between AC Milan and AS Roma. It is Irma versus Naples. And this is our closer of the show. There's Tonali. Rafael Benacer looks long, looks to find Rebic, but too long for him.
Yeah, there was 2 overlaps on there. He took the option that looked more beneficial, but it didn't pay out. Or pay off, I should say.
There's Leao looking back in. Nemanja Matic intercepts it, finds players there. Wijnaldum back again. Tomori intercepts it. 19 in-game minutes left. This clock will not stop ticking. Rebic off of Origi. It's just too intricate,
pass.
even for Benacer.
Roma just needs to keep calm a little bit because there's still a chance or two here for him, I think. If he can just get the ball up into those 3 players at the top. They've been kept fairly quiet apart from, you know, like a few chances that they've had, Wes, but it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
You know, it's easier said than done. These guys have played against each other, you know, practiced against each other on the whole circuit, and it's going to be something that they've seen everything before, you know what I mean? They've seen everything that you can throw at them.
And that's the beauty of it. They've already seen everything that they can throw at them. So now you've got to figure out, what can I dig out of a bag of tricks here that you've never seen? And that in itself is this quandary that they have. They've got to find a way to break that cycle.
Yep. Well, it could be a set piece. It could be, you know, a breakaway. It could be a quick counter. There's still chances here for both of these guys, I think.
Numero 8. Numero 12.
Not long left here.
Il numero 7.
Cut back to the action.
Il numero 33. Cambio di giocatore.
15 in-game minutes here. Rafael with the ball. Naples trying to lead his team forward. Instead, it'll be Irma coming back the other way, but he's given the ball away. But Pellegrini has got a decent interception there, but Madley will take it forward. Franks. Rafael Leo dispossessed again by Darbo. Is Matic. Back to Darbo. Pellegrini.
Breaks down again.
Naples trying to charge forward here. Rafael Leo. Spinazzola blocked away. Abraham. Pellegrini has a man in space. It's El Shaarawy.
It's the pace at the back as well that they have.
I think you shared the same frustration that Roma did there, Barry. Absolutely.
I'm just saying that it's just the pace at the back, isn't it? That
it is.
It's
although free kick given.
Here we go.
Prime real estate.
Could go under the wall here, Wes. We've seen
Osterbuch
do it in the competition, and I might chance that myself.
He can go
he's
up, over, or around.
He was thinking it.
He's thinking, but you have so many different ways that they can strike this ball. It's going to go short, maybe. No, he went under the wall instead.
But I was thinking he would, but it just didn't pan out for him. And look, that's the chance you take with under the wall. If the wall jumps too late, it doesn't clear it, you know?
Absolutely.
Milan will look just to get one more chance.
Leo, Krunic. Looking back for Leo. Either one of them will be looking for a chance here. Either one of them will.
Well, if that had went in, the roof would have been lifted out of the place.
I think so.
Even though it's the last game, one of the last kicks of the game.
Ball through, Divock Origi, Krunic, Leo, Origi, flicks it back, Rafael Leo. Oh, it's a brilliant strike. It's a better save from Rui Patricio.
Man, this guy is insane. And it's the reactions of the keeper when they manually switched him. Like the save from Leo out there, that's beautiful interlink.
Yeah, brilliant play.
What a save though, as again, that manual save has saved Roma, I think, a lot of goals today. And Patricio, I mean, he deserves the praise as well.
He certainly does. He's been absolutely phenomenal for Roma. But we are into the last dregs of this game. So the AC Milan corner into the box looking for Tomori, headed back post, and it's down into the ground, and it does not find the back of the net.
That would have been a sting in the tail, wouldn't it, at the end?
Very much so, it would have been.
He's pushing up now, though. He has to go for this.
And both players will know the importance of the game, if not already. Ball's going to go clear. And that's the last action. That is the final whistle. We end on a draw between Naples and Irma. And I'm not really sure, Barry, as to who that benefits more.
I don't actually know myself. I would say Milan would be happy with that, though, Wes.
I think what you're looking
2 draws and a win.
2 draws and a win. That's 5 points.
I think they'll be happy with that. We'll just double check, but I do think that
gets them above Monaco by 2 points, and Roma's still in with a fighting chance. They're only 3 points now behind Monaco, so they will certainly need some help there. But
Milan, I think, will be more important for them to have climbed above Monaco. That's
a much a much needed tonic that they needed.
Because they have a tough matchup against Bayern in Matchday 6.
Yep.
If I'm right, I think that's right.
Yeah.
So it's Milan versus Bayern
yeah,
and Inter versus Roma. So if Milan can get something there, which you would expect that they will.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you just saw the calamity of goals. So the calamity there of that goal. I don't think any player was anticipating that that's where that was going to end up, but it somehow did, Harry.
Yeah, somehow it did, Wes. That was a very, very tight affair. As you can see, throughout games 1, 2, and 3, just a whole load of ones. It almost looks like binary there at the bottom of the screen.
Very much so.
Great to see Irma back as well. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to match day 4. Definitely not what he would have been expecting out of himself. Always expects to get the win, but credit to AC Milan, as you said. Since match day 1, where they got 9 out of a possible 9, our standards for them have always been very, very high. Now they're starting. This would be a big galvanising boost for them to pick up more points along the way. It's going to be huge for them going forwards.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's again, in terms of points hauls, I think it's, yeah, if you look and kind of do the maths between what we've seen today, since those 9 points on match day 1, they've only had 2 points out of the rest of those match days. They picked up 7 today. So you look at that as the swing, they're going to be delighted with their performances.
Yeah, looks very inviting for AC Milan, and I think it's only fair we hear from the man who helped them towards a fantastic performance today. I believe Barry is in the mix zone with Sassinho.
Thanks, Harry and Wes. We are here with Sassinho. I mean, firstly, congratulations. A great performance with the all-Italian tie that we had up today. I mean, you're surely happy with your own performance, but that as well of your teammates.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy about my victory, but I'm sad about the draws of my teammates because I think we deserve more points. Maybe 7 points is okay, but 5 points, okay. Now we have to think to the next match day.
Yeah, and you're obviously happy, like, you know, to score a few goals in that. But I want to ask you about Rafael Leao. Obviously, was a big boost for you guys this week. Was that something that you were really happy with? Like, did he have much of an impact this week when you were choosing your team?
Yes. When we received this card, I'm very happy. We are very happy because it's a great card, and you see on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he had an immediate impact, obviously, for you. I mean, it must be fun to play with him. But looking ahead then at matchday 6, right? You've got a tough one up against Bayern in the last match, or in matchday 6, sorry, next 2 weeks' time or around that. So, I mean, what are you going to do to prepare for that? You said you were a bit disappointed not to get more points today. Is that something that could kind of fuel you for the next match day?
It will be a difficult match, one of the most difficult matches in this competition. So we have to study good our opponent, the team, and we have 3 weeks, so we have to train a lot. We have to improve our level, even if we played 3 good matches today.
Okay, well, congratulations again to you and the team, all right? And best of luck in the future. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. Always great to hear from Sassinho, of course. They'll be the happier of the 2 clubs today, Wes, as we take a look at